80% of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities are unemployed or underemployed, and many of them rely on family members. And that's a terrifying statistic because when you think about the fact that that social or that family structure may not always be there. And so making sure that they have everything that they deserve, not need, but deserve in order to capitalize on their skill set is, I believe, what we owe them.
Welcome to the Nonprofit Podcast Network. Our purpose and passion are simple: to highlight the incredible nonprofits that make our communities stronger. Each episode is a chance for these organizations to tell their story in their words, sharing not just what they do, but why it matters to the people they serve, to their supporters, and to all of us who believe in the power of community. Through podcasting, we hope to amplify their voices, inspire connection, and give them one more tool to impact the hearts of donors, partners, and neighbors alike. Our work is made possible through the generous support of our partners. CapTrust, offering fiduciary advice for endowments and foundations. Western Health Advantage, a local, not-for-profit health plan that believes healthcare is more than coverage. It's about caring. CORE, executive leadership and comprehensive support services. They work in it so you can work on it. And Five Star Bank, a local, trusted advisor to community nonprofits for over 25 years. Our episode sponsor is Sacramento Venture Philanthropy, a community of generosity combining people, expertise, and capital for good. When a system leaves gaps, it often takes a parent's love to step in and build something better. In this episode, I'm talking with Kara Green, co-founder and executive director of ABLED, alongside Kelsey Emmett, one of the program's shining success stories. What started as a deeply personal journey to support Kara's son Ben, who is on the autism spectrum, has grown into a powerful organization serving transition-age youth and young adults across the Sacramento region. ABLED is doing something different. They're not just preparing individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities for employment. They're building confidence, independence, and a bridge to a future that too often feels out of reach. From job training and real-world work experiences to the emotional skills needed to thrive, this program meets people exactly where they are and walks them forward. You'll hear firsthand what that journey looks like. From uncertainty to meaningful employment, from hesitation to "I'll try." This conversation is filled with moments that remind us what's possible when opportunity meets belief. And maybe most importantly, you'll hear why this work matters, not just for the individuals served, but for all of us as a community. Because talent is everywhere. Opportunity is not. ABLED is working to change that. Kara Green, Kelsey Emmett, welcome to the Nonprofit Podcast Network.
Thank you for having us, Jeff. You having us, Jeff?
We're happy you're here. So, Kara, like so many other community-based organizations, they usually start from a point of passion. There's something that causes you to get involved and to want to change something in the system, change something in an operational procedure, whatever it is that you see. What was it that brought you to want to create ABLED?
Well, that passion is my oldest son, Ben.
Okay.
Ben is 22 years old and he's on the autism spectrum. And about 7 years ago, Dara, who's our director of program operations, and we were at an event at UC Davis, and we were working with other people who have family members and loved ones who are on the spectrum. And we realized that there was a need for more services for transition age youth and young adults who are coming out of the school system. And so we decided that we were going to start a social recreation program. And that's how ABLED started. Right at the beginning of the pandemic, as all great things do, we decided to start a social rec for our population, specifically for Ben and his friends, so that they could have access to social activities in a safe way during a time when they weren't able to have those social structures that they usually get through school or other means.
Mm-hmm.
And as we met and developed relationships with other families, we realized there was a bigger need than just social recreation. There was a need for more services that went past that point, that were more robust and that were really focused on independence for people like Ben and his peers. So we decided to start a job training program through Alta. We became vendorized in 2023.
And for the benefit of the audience, vendorized means?
I'm sorry. So we are able to provide job training services directly to people who receive services through Alta California Regional Center.
Okay. So Alta would be a funding source.
Correct. Yes.
All right. And then as you got ABLED started, which was how many years ago now?
Almost 7 years ago.
Okay. In the orientation of it, it was just a very small program.
Yes.
So from 7 years ago to today, where are you in terms of who you serve and how many individuals you're working with?
So when we opened our doors as a job training program in late 2023, we opened our doors with Kelsey and with...
Kelsey, you've been around here for a while,
Yes.
huh?
She's one of our OGs. Yes. So we started with Kelsey and 4 other peers as well. So there were 5 people in our program. We now serve over 50 clients a year, and our goal is to help them learn the technical and emotional skills that they need for competitive integrated employment.
And we talked about this a little earlier, too. There are other organizations in town that have employment for people with disabilities, but sometimes it's overwhelming. It's too much for them to go from, let's say, 0 to 100 miles an hour all at once. But this could either be a stepping stone to that, or it could be the solution that works them into or eases them into employment to where maybe it starts with 5 or 10 or 15 hours a week, where they're then able to work their way up to a full-time job, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Absolutely. So our program tries to meet that need of scaffolding services. So typically when Kelsey or Ben or anyone comes out of the school system, they've done workability or they've done some similar program where they've worked maybe 2 hours for four times a month, maybe for about 4 or 5 months. And when you transition into services like from the Department of Rehabilitation, or if you're looking at competitive integrated employment, they're looking for more hours than that, and there are higher expectations. And I know that personally because Ben went through the Department of Rehabilitation through their employment assessment program, and he failed spectacularly. He did not make it through, and it was no fault of his own. Right. He just didn't have the skills and the stamina necessary for the expectations that they had for him. And so that's where we feel like our program is the perfect place for those people who need a little additional support, who just, they have the skill set, they have the desire to work. They just need to work on some of those skills, and that's where ABLED comes in.
So tell us, if somebody goes through the program, is there a point when they actually, for like a better description, graduate?
Yes.
What does that look like?
Graduation, I have so many favorite parts about ABLED, but graduation day is a very special day at ABLED because it's a day of celebrating accomplishments. It's celebrating all of that hard work. So graduation is when a client has found a job. So they've gone out and they've applied for a job just as you or I or anyone would. Maybe they needed a little support with that application or preparing for an interview or working on their resume, but they went out and earned that employment and they are ready to work. Typically, we will still provide support in terms of a job coach or someone to help make that transition, but it's the point where they are ready to leave our program and they've shown that they are ready to work alongside anybody, all of their peers.
What is an average length of stay? How long are they in the program?
Our program is designed to be an average of about 2 to 3 years. Some will stay longer in our program. Some will leave earlier. We've had clients who have left our program in 4 months because they were ready to move on at that point and secured employment. We have others who will need additional support because they're either maybe looking for something special or maybe they need additional accommodations that we need to make sure they have really honed those skills so that they will be successful in the workplace. So Kelsey has been with us for about 2.5 years. We're getting close to the point where she will be leaving our program, unfortunately. But we are also very excited about what her future is going to look like when she is working.
Oh, and I'm sure so proud of her because she's now going to graduate into a job, right?
Yes. And Kelsey has come so far in our program. Just the way that she is able to develop the accommodations and use them to help her be more successful, and the way that she is able to support so many of her peers in our program and help them also be successful each and every day is a real testament to the person that she is. She is an absolute joy to be around, and we are just so proud of everything that she is doing.
And Kelsey, I know it's an emotional moment for you. What kind of work will you be doing?
Where would you like to work, Kelsey? Sutter Health Park.
Sutter Health,
And Goodwill.
and Goodwill. Okay. Goodwill is a partner of ours. We do a lot of work with Goodwill too.
And Sutter Health Park, Kelsey gets to work at the concession stands. We go and work there. We've already been twice this season already, but it's a great opportunity for our clients to work on their fast food skills, their food handling. Everyone who goes and works at Sutter Health Park has to have their Serve Safe food handler certification. So they need to know how to handle food safely, as well as practicing their customer skills.
Excellent. And so do you like baseball? That'll work, right?
What's your favorite sport, Kelsey?
Basketball and
Baseball?
baseball.
Good. Well, basketball you won't see much of there, but you'll see a lot of basketball. Or a lot of baseball. That's for sure. That'll be fun.
A long-suffering king.
Oh, yeah, like so many of us.
Yes.
Me too.
Love you.
So, in terms of organizations you work with, because I would imagine you have a lot of tentacles into the community simply because of the opportunity for jobs and employment, but other organizations that maybe are in the purview of ABLED that are collaborators or engagement or referral sources, what's that look like?
So most of our referrals come through the regional center, but we also have relationships with We Embrace, which is a sister organization that started around the same time that we started. They focus more on social recreation. So it's an opportunity for us to work together because they do social recreation really well. We do not. So we focus more on the job training aspect of it. So we share our connections in that way and support each other in that regard. Like I mentioned, we also work with Goodwill. Our relationship with them has been really a godsend, and they're just so supportive and passionate about supporting our clients and our community and wanting them to get into jobs as soon as possible, which is a wonderful thing. We also work with Helping Hands OV, Helping Hands Orangevale, and that's a great way for our clients to give back to their community. So we do small projects like maybe it's trimming a hedge or doing some light cleaning around a house. We're building a 10 by 12 shed in a couple of weeks. So it's that sort of thing where, once again, we can take the skills that we've been practicing at ABLED, whether it's, using tools or communicating back with the customer, and give that directly to other folks who are in need as well.
Is there a particular geography that you focus on, or is it whatever is appropriate for the individual?
Yeah, so we get clients from all over the greater Sacramento area. So our headquarters are in beautiful Orangevale, California, but we have clients as far away as West Sacramento. We have clients in Elk Grove. We have clients in Placerville. Primarily, our clients are in the Antelope, Carmichael, Citrus Heights area. But if they are able and willing to get to our program, we are ready to support.
And Kelsey, where are you coming from? Where do you live? Antelope? Carmichael? Great. So not too far.
Yes.
Fairly easy to get to the
Yes.
facility. How does one go about getting involved in the program?
As a client?
As a
Or
client,
a
yes.
participant? So typically our participants come through as referrals from the regional center. We
Okay.
do a lot of outreach in the community,
And
including
you
our,
did say that. Yeah, I
our
was thinking from the individual, not so much from the corporate side of things. But
Yes.
yes,
So we do a lot of outreach in terms of going to various fairs, like resource fairs, so that people are made aware of our services. We are always posting on social media that we're accepting new clients. They do have to be, in order for our services to be covered by the regional center, they do have to be a regional center client.
got it. Okay. In terms of funding, how are you funded?
We
And
are,
again, we're going to say regional again, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are
Okay.
primarily funded through the regional center. I'm very grateful for that partnership and the opportunity to support the community. But we also do have relationships with other funders. We have a relationship with the Benito Foundation, the Golden One Credit Union. We've worked with SMUD in the past. We recently got another grant from Sidney Stern Memorial Trust, as well as a lot of people in the community. We just find that there are so many good people out there who want to support our population. And, you know, whether it's giving $5 or $500, whether it's coming to one of our car washes or volunteering their time, there are a lot of people out there who just want to see our clients succeed.
And I remember you saying something about car washes. The clients seem to really enjoy doing car washes for some reason, right?
Do you like doing car washes, Kelsey? We're really good at it, aren't we? Yes. We love doing car washes. We're actually doing another one for a Mother's Day car wash in May to support Special Olympics of Northern California.
Okay.
But yes, our clients, it's a great way for them to practice teamwork, you know, working together, because they all have to get together to wash that car in a short period of time. They need to communicate with the customer, you know, to let them know that the car is ready, to make sure that they go over the car with them and it looks the way the customer expected it to look. And they're also practicing money handling. So whether they're getting cash or they're showing them our Venmo or Zelle app so that they can pay, there are just a lot of ways that we can integrate those skills that they need out in the workforce into something that actually is a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. There's music, we're dancing, we're having a good time. And we get a lot of just people driving by who see us out there and want to be a part of it.
Sure. And it's usually good weather, so you're outside having a good time, right?
Yes.
With a hose
Yes.
and spraying each other?
Yes. Yes. We have the Hose Master 3000, right?
Is that for real? You have a thing?
Is what we call the hose.
Okay. Big vision. If a funder were to come through, or let's say a donor who really appreciates what you're doing and says, Kara, you know, I've got a blank check. If you can give me a reason to give it to you, what would it look like? What would you say?
I would say that I would love to see ABLED everywhere around the country, around the world. I think what we're doing is very special in terms of getting people ready for competitive integrated employment, but also giving people who sometimes are overlooked an opportunity to showcase their skill set. For example, we had a client, Gage, who for Earth Day yesterday made an amazing Earth Day post. It's a 4.5-minute video that is so well produced. He narrated over it, added his own music, cut in his own pictures, and it's just, again, we don't even know the skills that our clients have until they have the opportunity to showcase them. And so I would just love to be able to give everyone who wants to join our program, everyone who wants to develop the skills that they need in order to be successful in competitive integrated employment, an opportunity to do so. And not only the work aspect, but also the independent living skills. You know, I think a lot about Ben and the fact that me as his parent, one of his parents, is not going to be here forever, and making sure that he is set up for success after I'm gone, but set up well before that point.
Right.
But also that he has a community that he needs in order to thrive. And so that comes with developing independent living skills so that he can go out into the community safely and navigate our world. and has the housing and the ability to live independently, and also has that tribe of people who are there to support him. So that's what I would just love to have, the ability to be able to provide all of those services and help kick open those doors for our community so that they can step through and show just what they are capable of. Because each one of them are so incredible and so unique in they're them. Like what they do is just really, really special to be a part of. And I would like so many more people to have the opportunity to see what they can do.
We'll be right back with more from Kara Green and ABLED following these brief messages from those who make this program possible.
I'm James Beckwith, President and CEO of Five Star Bank. We're dedicated to supporting nonprofit organizations who advocate for the strength, resilience, and vitality of those they serve. When nonprofit organizations thrive, our community does too. By supporting the Nonprofit Podcast Network, Five Star Bank is amplifying the voices and meaningful impact of our nonprofit community. We're Five Star Bank, a trusted nonprofit partner. How can we help you?
We are really excited to be part of the family and contribute to the work that you all are doing. CORE provides fractional and interim executive services, along with comprehensive back office solutions that go into our client sites and do the work to give them the capacity they need in order to move through transitions, whether that's planned or unplanned. Or companies also work with our accounting and finance, back office solutions, human resources, technology, and administration. The reason why our back office solutions add value is because we save them time and money, anywhere from 20 to 30% of what they would spend on that back office solution. We work in it so they can actually work on it. CXORE.com and contact me directly at DTEAT@CXORE.com.
If you're interested in learning more about how CORE may help your organization, visit CXORE.com.
Hello, this is Scott Thomas with Cap Trust in our Sacramento office. I specialize in working with local nonprofits and associations. Annually, we survey private and public nonprofit organizations across the country to better understand challenges they see in today's environment. In our more recent survey, we heard concerns about proper board governance, mission-aligned investment, and how to implement alternative investments. If you would like a copy of the survey or to discuss your organization, look me up, Scott Thomas at captrust.com.
At Western Health Advantage, healthcare isn't just a service. It's a shared value. As a nonprofit leader, you need a health plan that understands the importance of mission-driven work. Western Health Advantage is a local, not-for-profit health plan that supports organizations like yours with affordable, flexible coverage options for your team. But what truly sets them apart is their commitment to community, supporting nonprofits like the American Heart Association, Sacramento Ballet, and the Crocker Art Museum's Pay What You Wish Sundays. With access to top-tier providers and dedicated local support, Western Health Advantage is more than a health plan. It's a partner in your purpose. Explore your options today at westernhealth.com. Western Health Advantage, healthcare with heart, designed for those who give back.
Hi, I'm Brad Squires, CEO of Sacramento Venture Philanthropy. For more than a decade, SVP has brought together local donors, business leaders, and nonprofit changemakers to do philanthropy differently. Through pooled funding, hands-on mentorship, and programs like Fast Pitch and 100X, SVP helps nonprofits build real, long-term capacity, not just short-term solutions. If you're looking to go beyond writing the check and want to use your experience, your voice, your leadership to create a lasting impact and have a lot of fun doing it, now is the time to join SVP. Learn more about becoming a partner at svpsacramento.org.
We're back to hear more from Kara Green and Kelsey Emmett of ABLED. And can you imagine, just whether it be throughout the state, throughout even our own region community, there's so many opportunities for people and individuals like Kelly who have the ability. I haven't met Ben yet, but there is opportunity. And why should we squander that? When the skill set is there, let's take advantage of it, because the alternative is not good.
Correct. And, 80% of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities are unemployed or underemployed, and many of them rely on family members to support them. And that's a terrifying statistic because when you think about the fact that that social or that family structure may not always be there, not for 80% of the people, that's not necessarily that 100% of them are going to have a support and safety net for the rest of their lives. And so making sure that they have everything that they deserve, not need, but deserve in order to capitalize on their skill set is, I believe, what we owe them. I owe that to Ben as his parent. I owe that to all of our clients as the executive director of ABLED. And I want that for everyone in our community. I'm always running into people who have never heard of ABLED. We're still very small, but growing. And I want us to be a household name, not because of ABLED, but just because if it means that we're that well known, then that means that everyone is getting the services that they deserve.
Or at least they know the place to go to get some help.
Yes.
Tell me about impact. How do you gauge impact when you look at your reports at the end of the year and you say, okay, here's what we did. Here's how many clients we served. Here's how many people got jobs or whatever it is. What is the gauge that you say we're successful, we're doing a good job because? Now, I know we have one of them sitting right across from us, right?
I feel like there are so many ways to gauge impact. We collect a lot of data and we see the growth in our clients, on a daily, weekly, monthly, annual basis. What I love to see the most is when our clients come to our program every day. We proudly boast that we have about 94% attendance rate for our program because I think people really just like being there.
Is that true, Kelly? Do you like being there? Kelsey, I'm sorry, Kelsey.
Kelsey almost always gets perfect attendance.
I would imagine. for 2.5 years now, right? Aren't you getting tired of it?
I don't know. I don't think she'll ever get tired of us, nor will we ever get tired of her. But when you see maybe someone who came into the program who was kind of like shy, quiet in the beginning, and then they come in, they show you a magic trick that they did, or they get up and they sing karaoke in front of the entire program. Or like in Gage's case where he showed us a video that he made, that to me is where we show our impact because we have people who are comfortable in their skin, they're comfortable in their bodies, they're comfortable with themselves and who they are, and they feel that we meaning ABLED, is a safe place where they can be themselves, where they want to try new things. I mean, we hear clients all the time where we ask them to do a job and they're like, well, I'm not sure I can do it, but I'll try. And that huge impact. I mean, just going out of your comfort zone and trying something new and feeling like, okay, I may not do this perfectly, but I'm going to try and I'm going to learn and I'm going to keep trying. And that's how we grow. That's how we develop as human beings. And, that's how we develop that resilience that we all need in order to survive this crazy world. You just have to really be willing to fall down and get back up again. And I think that's the biggest impact in our program.
So can I ask Kelsey, what was one of the things that you didn't think you could do, but now you do? Do you remember?
Go to
Oh, awesome. To go to Sutter Health Park. You didn't think that would ever happen, huh? But you said, yes, I'm going to try. And now you've done it. That's awesome. That is awesome.
You should be very proud of yourself, Kelsey, because she's come so far in our program. And again, just running food, that's not easy. I'm sure you've worked fast food, Jeff.
Yes, I think I lasted a month.
Yeah, I still have nightmares about working at Jack in the Box when I was in college. So yes, it's not an easy job, and they're thrown right into the middle of it. They don't get a lot of training on the job when they're at Sutter Health Park. They're expected to, get in there and just start working. For example, yesterday, the game was rained out, but they still had over
60 people.
600 kids that had food vouchers. And so our clients
Oh, wow.
served over 600 meals in an hour.
How was that? Was it fun?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I was shocked. Not that they could do it, but just that, and they came back happy. They came back and were bragging about what they had done, as they should, because that's a lot of food.
Right.
in less than an hour. And that's not what they expected to do that day, but they pivoted, they rolled with it. Miss Catherine talks a lot about being flexible. And so that's what we do. We just adapt and keep moving forward.
How many people do you have in the organization that are employed, actually working versus volunteers?
We have 9 employees.
Okay. And of the programs, what is the most demanded program?
Well, our job training program is really it's our main program.
Got it. Okay.
So everything kind of flows around job training. We're adding job coaching and job development to our program later this year so that we can, again, have that full spectrum of services available to our clients. And then the independent living portion of it is something that we do as part of job training. We're actually going to flesh it out into its own program within the next year.
As we see the vision of ABLEDs all over the place, take it back to the reality of today, the single ABLED, what's the greatest need?
I would say volunteers are the biggest need. We love to have new people come into our program and see what our clients are doing and offer their skill set, because we feel everyone has something that they can share with our community that will help them develop new skills. People are sometimes reticent because they hear disabled and they're like, oh, I'm not sure I can do that, or I don't have, the training. Our clients are loving, happy people who just want to learn and be around other people and ask them questions about what their lives are like and, what they do at home and what, just learn more about people. And so there's really nothing that anyone has to do in order to be a successful volunteer at our program, except be patient and open to working with our population. I can give another story. We had a volunteer who came through last week and he was very nervous. He said he was kind of scared about what to expect. And he said that it was in a positive way, nothing like he had expected. And he was bragging to his friends and family about how much fun he had at ABLED and what a great experience it was for him. And he kept coming back. So what was going to be like a one-time thing, he ended up coming back for the entire week, which was, just a testament to Kelsey and our other clients, because they create such a warm, inviting environment that people want to be there. And so, yes, that was a long way to say that we're always looking for volunteers to come and support our clients, to teach them a new skill, whether it's working with them on mock interviews or planting something new in the garden, or maybe, teaching them a new way to vacuum or deal with bugs or other pests that get into the building.
I take it somebody over here doesn't like bugs, huh?
No.
Or, going out to to Sutter Health Park or other work experiences. There is no shortage of opportunities that that people can support our clients in. And then, we're always transportation is always an issue for us, because we're working at so many different job sites and, again, giving our clients the variety of job experiences that they deserve. We're always looking for more transportation to get us to and from places. So if someone has, maybe they want to help drive or can donate a vehicle, or maybe know of somebody who offers some sort of transportation service, we would always love to talk with those people as well.
Okay. As you look at the organization today and the number of people that you're serving, if they're in there for that 2.5 year window, you get to know these clients really, really well because they're with you. Is there a stagger in terms of so 10 people here are on their second year, 10 are on their first year, and there's this rotation all the way through? Is that typically how it works?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And we make sure we are differentiating instruction to meet every client's needs. So it's not about necessarily, as I mentioned, being there for the entire 2 years. We're just trying to make sure that we meet a client where they are and then help them get to the skills that they need. So Like some clients might only be in our program for 3 to 4 months. Some might stay a little bit longer, and that's 100% okay. We just want to make sure that we are helping people develop all the skills they need in order to be successful. And of course, I hate to say goodbye to any of our clients. It's always very difficult. But when we hear back from them about how well they're doing, we just had one of our clients former clients, who reached out to us to say that he had his most recent review and he had gotten all meets or exceeds expectations except for in one place. And that's amazing.
That is.
That's exactly what you want to hear. And he's working in his community. He can walk or ride his bike to work. He's working with people who are very supportive. He gets full benefits and he's with a union. So, I mean, it's everything that we dream of when we have someone come through our doors in the beginning. That's what we want them to have
see
when
where
they
they
leave.
end up.
Yes,
Well, we're going to be hearing that about Kelsey at some point, right?
absolutely.
Or next time I go to Sutter Health Park, I'm going to see you getting me a hot dog or a soda or whatever it is, right?
Exactly. Or pizza.
Or pizza.
Yes, yes.
Well, this is going to be a good question. So the next question I want to ask you is just beyond the mission. It's to give somebody who's listening a feel for who you are, a little bit more than just the executive director and co-founder of the organization, but the more human part, because you don't get to really share that very often. And you carry the organization with you everywhere you go. It's hard not to. Almost every executive director we speak with, even the most obscure foundations, they still carry it. And because you can't not see what it is that you do in the world at large. You walk around, you're going to see people with disabilities, and it's going to trigger, okay, that's back to work, wherever you may be on vacation, Hawaii or Europe.
Mm.
So let's have a little fun. Going beyond the mission. Early bird or night owl?
I wish I were an early bird, but I am a night owl.
What is your go-to comfort food? Popcorn.
I love movie theater popcorn. I love movie theater popcorn.
She's learning a little all about you now too, right? What does a perfect day off look like?
It would be me on the couch with a blanket and my cat Ash probably on my lap, reading a crazy book. I'm reading this series. It's called Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm obsessed with it right now.
Yeah, I would not have seen that coming out of your mouth. Not at all.
I'm obsessed with it. It's like 9 books. I'm about halfway through, and I need to know what happens with Carl and Princess Donut.
Okay. Any hidden talent we don't know about?
Hidden talent. I don't know if it's hidden. I love to sing.
Okay.
They've heard me sing. Yeah, but no, I love to sing. I love to do karaoke. We have on Fun Fridays, every Friday we do Fun Friday, and we do karaoke at ABLED. And I usually don't sing because our clients are doing such a great job singing without us. But yeah, I wish I were a background singer for somebody famous.
Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be so much fun. God, I would love it.
And look, Kelsey's enjoying this because she's laughing. But I'm gonna ask her a couple questions now too, just because I can.
Uh-oh, Kelsey.
All right, so Kelsey, what is your favorite food?
Pizza.
Pizza. Of course. And then for you, what about your favorite program to watch on TV? Or do you watch any TV?
I watch. What's it called? Top Gun Maverick.
Oh, Maverick, Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, it's a good
Okay.
one.
So Top Gun, that's your favorite movie?
Mm-hmm.
Tom Cruise?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then one last one for you is, what do you like most? Coffee, tea, water, or soda?
I'm a coffee.
You're saying mom's taking you to Dutch Bros this afternoon.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's great. Well, Kara, what you do is so important in the community, and what you do for the clients and the people who are employable, who have a skill that just needs to be developed, and they have that disability that they don't have anywhere to go, to get them over that hurdle, to make them productive citizens, to make people realize that there's an opportunity here for these individuals as well, regardless of that disability, is just amazing. And we don't see enough of it. I know there's so many organizations that they're bigger, but they do it in a different way. And you're filling a niche gap in here for those who can fall through the cracks. So for what you and the team of amazing, amazing people you have working with you do every day is so appreciated. So thank you for what you do. Kelsey, thank you so much for coming in. The best of luck to you at Sutter Health Park. I will be looking for you next time I go. And you can bring me my pizza.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
You're very, very welcome. Thank you for listening to the Nonprofit Podcast Network. We hope today's episode inspired you and gave you a deeper look into the work of our local nonprofits. If you believe in our mission to amplify their voices, please take a moment to leave us a positive review and share this episode with a friend. It helps more people discover the incredible work happening in our community. Don't miss future episodes. Subscribe to our weekly updates and monthly newsletter at nonprofpod.com. And if you're a part of a nonprofit that would like to be featured, we'd love to hear from you. Just visit the Guest tab on our website. The Nonprofit Podcast Network is recorded and produced at Hear Me Now Studio with generous support from our partners, CapTrust, fiduciary advice for endowments and foundations, online at captrust.com. Western Health Advantage, local care with community impact. Find the plan that fits at westernhealth.com. CORE, executive leadership and comprehensive support services. Visit cxore.com. And 5 Star Bank, a local trusted advisor to community nonprofits for over 25 years. 5starbank.com. And finally, our episode sponsor, Sacramento Venture Philanthropy, a community of generosity combining people, expertise, and capital for good. svpsacramento.org.